everyone, and welcome to the 21st Century for Project Managers. This is a webinar hosted by Datagration Solutions. I am Annalise Thompson. I'm a knowledge management advisor at Datagration. I'm responsible for ensuring that all features are documented in the knowledge base. I also maintain the project cadence for executing projects. I used to be an Army officer leading troops in the U.S. Army and Afghanistan. And after serving, I worked as a supervisor at a major oil company in the US, managing people and many different types of software. And David?
And hi, everyone. My name is David Gönci, and I'm a reservoir team lead in Datagration, responsible mainly for production and reservoir engineering roles via the integration of our platform, Petrovisor software for technical projects. Currently, I'm developing numerous automated AI-driven workflows and dashboards.
Here's our agenda for today. David and I will talk about what the 21st century project management means, some of the challenges, and then I'll transition to David and he'll go into the major reasons of why you really want to transform your company and the way you do project management. Here's an introduction to the 21st century for project management. And what it used to mean was it meant a lot of reporting. The project managers got reports from everyone in their company, from different organizations, from reservoir to cost to schedule to documents. It was all about reporting and presentations, lots of email, spreadsheets, and it was difficult to make decisions, but all the disparate data was connected in your head. And what it means now is data management. So you move from document control to data management. Now you have teams working in many different time zones, working for 24 hours, and it gets to decisions faster. But there are constantly changing variables that need to be updated so you make your decisions better. And there are systems of systems that interact. Changing to what it means now, it's not easy and it is full of challenges. So the current industry approach is complex and costly. So what has happened is data has come into the system. And as the traditional approach is just linking together data, like you would a document, as in referencing documents, we're referencing data sources. And it's normally put together by a spreadsheet, but the spreadsheets were never designed for the continuous automated decisions. It's high operating costs because it takes time, it takes man hours, and there are still lots of errors. Every time a data source changes, so too the data mapping. So it's hard to scale. Your information is still siloed within organizations in your company. It's still hard to capture knowledge and it's expensive to maintain. But as a project manager, you can have the data skills to manage it. And as a project manager, you can become a data savvy manager. And what that means is, as with all things in life, you need to constantly learn and evolve. So you need to spend time on making decisions instead of data preparation. Many times, people are still spending most of their time looking at data, finding errors in spreadsheets, and formatting PowerPoints. You need to break down that looking for data and understanding how data pools together in a data model. You break down the information in the data silos. By doing this and integrating data easily, it will rapidly transform your organization. You'll get to decisions faster, you're analyzing more with the data you link, and you'll be able to change data and model based on variables that are outside your organization faster, coming to a better decision quick. If you're still worried, we have some guidelines to get you up to speed. So the first and foremost for project managers and leaders in general is listen. Most people think project managers talk and everyone listens and follows the guidelines. But a good project manager listens. He listens to his customers, his own people, and his colleagues. He understands the difference of the cost benefits, and he won't waste time on low reward items. He focuses on critical problems. If you focus on the small things, you won't change performance. You need to limit your time in meetings. Time should be spent improving your organization, not looking at PowerPoints of past performance. You need to attune yourself to ideas of innovation. This goes back to listening to your people. Your people have good ideas, and take what it is that they're looking at and giving you and innovate, innovate, and innovate. It's very important in the future to always be innovating. And last but not least is don't micromanage. People want responsibility and will do a good job if you let them. And how do you know if you are actually using good software to help you get to the 21st century? We at Datagration talk about a black box versus a glass box. A black box is more like your Nintendo gaming system. And you took your game and it was in a gray container and you plugged it in. There was no changing. You couldn't see what the code was. You couldn't change it. It was what it was. The new system is more like the new gaming systems, which have expansion packs, which expose internal logic, and it makes it easy to use. It makes people be able to do their own expansion packs. It increases utility because more people can use it. You can easily update and adjust, and it moves to improve decision making because you can tailor the scripts to make your needs. And as in life, it's all about transitioning. I'm going to transition to my colleague David to walk through why we really need to change.
Thank you, Annalise. So often engineers are only using spreadsheets for problem solving and innovations. Spreadsheets are hard to maintain, lack integration, and are impossible to adopt over a long period. In addition, oil and gas industry has lost many senior engineers and experts over the last few years, including their innovations and analytics. Therefore, our industry has a critical need to change our best practices and way of problem solving. For instance, our integration with communication platforms help organizations to be more productive, collaborative by providing a better way to share messages, files, and information to establish a base for digital transformation. On the left figure, we can review an integrated operation dashboard to Microsoft Teams, making it accessible via any location using our phones, tablets, or laptops. The same standardized information is available for the operations, engineering, and management team if needed. Alarms and bots are also helping in daily decision-making by notifying users when a well is underperforming or reaching unhealthy operating conditions. In this example, the potential for flow assurance risk was estimated and gave the user prescriptive messages. The success of a project is highly influenced upon decisions made at an early stage. So the following figure shows that making appropriate decisions early and poor ones late can define whether a project will achieve the desired internal rate of return. The best decisions can only be chosen if several scenarios are considered, which are needed to rank projects and select a portfolio or opportunity. Using a combination of physics-based, artificial intelligence-driven solutions and automation tools, we are able to screen thousands and millions of options, so truly the best opportunity can be selected. Using a hybrid approach to evaluate each development or operation scenario reduces the risk of improper early decision. The World Economic Forum prepared a case that one of the greatest impact of digital adoption would come from operation optimization and predictive maintenance. Hereby, a comparison is performed where we rank the top sidetrack opportunities based on their unit technical cost ranking using our automation software versus the operator manually selected wellbores. Analysis showed that $1.7 billion NPV gain could be achieved over 10 years at the same cost of $75 billion if the top UTC-ranked sidetrack opportunities could have been executed. We successfully established and demonstrated a system that automatically generates a sustainable, standardized, and comprehensive portfolio of subsurface opportunities within hours instead of weeks or months with a reduced risk of failure. The World Economic Forum also analyzed the estimated projections of financial impacts to the oil and gas industry from digitalization and technology adoption. They identified the main dimensions, which are including incremental revenues to upstream operators, CapEx, and OpEx savings. According to the study, incremental revenues to upstream operators has the potential to add close to $400 billion in annual revenues to the upstream industry on a normalized annual volume of 100 million barrels per day and assuming a conservative $50 oil price. Assuming a year, the industry generates revenues of $1.8 trillion based on the assumptions. So the potential impact to production and efficiency gains from digitalization for low case is 5%, while a high-end expectation from the survey might lead to 30%. The mean of these values would result $377 billion, assuming a $50 oil price. So hereby we have a recommended approach to our industry using our platform. So the data moves from the beginning to the end freely with each step open to examination. It starts with establishing a connection to the source. And once we have the connection, we can load any type of signal entity and we can set up different hierarchies with multiple perspectives which are ready for examination. And then we need to perform certain quality control and cleansing, especially when it comes to sensor data. The process is simple, repeatable, and flexible, resulting in a standardized and clean data set for further computations. So after we have the necessary data in place, additional workflow and automation of key performance indicators can begin. We have a domain-specific language called P#, which allows engineers to transform their knowledge into a simple script and execute them with their preferred time increments. If we have certain limitations, then we can also execute external activities or use the machine learning module in the platform. The flow ends in the with visualization tools like business intelligence tools that supports the decision-making process. Finally, the entire process can be deployed on demand or following an automated schedule with any preferred time increment. Having a unified data model and workflows, decision-making becomes quicker, more precise, and more accurate. So the same logic can be applied across all assets. Thus, we can automate many petrotechnical workflows with our automation platform, which provides unified, modern, and cost-effective solutions to run our business and produce from the fields more efficiently.
Thanks, David. So I'm going to go and talk about our conclusions, which, you want to be able to use your resources appropriately in project management. You want them to work efficiently and continually improve. You need to be data savvy and understanding your data model and how data fits together. You want to have open communication between your projects so that you know and can easily improve your data model and your structures internally. You want to be able to look at different approaches to the same data set. How many different scenarios can you run? You want to provide continuous feedback in operations, engineering, and asset decisions. And you want to be open for automation, artificial intelligence, and machine learning solutions. And that concludes our presentation. With that, I would like anybody to have any questions, post it in the comments. If there are no questions, I would like to thank you for your time. And if you have any questions that you would like, you can go to our website and get more information.